It's Candace, and I am here to welcome you. Welcome you to the Gentle Yoga for Everyone YouTube channel. Welcome you to a 1 hour live yoga class for all levels. For those of you that I haven't met before, um, I'm so glad you could be here. The format of the class is that we start with a warm up, then we proceed into practice for about 30 minutes. Midway into the practice, we take a water break, and then after the water break, we resume with the other 30 minutes. Anytime during the practice you feel like you need a rest or a break, please feel free to do so, taking to your yoga mat in what is called child's pose. This is child's pose. You can just simply bend your knees, guide your glutes to your heels, and extend the arms forward, guiding the forehead to flow towards your mat. So this is an option, a resting pose, or you can simply just sit on your mat in any way that's comfortable for you. Um, yeah, so you don't need to wait for the water break to take water. Take water, sips, uh, if you feel like you need to hydrate or you feel a little thirsty during the practice. Alrighty, so now I'm going to proceed into practice. I'm so glad you all could be here. We're going to have our mat in a horizontal alignment today, and we're going to start with a seated warm-up. We're going to sit on the mat. We'll have the left leg crossing in front, and now we're going to place our hands underneath the knees and lift the heart up, relax the shoulders. We're guiding the crown of the head upward towards the sky. The heart is lifted, the breath flows freely, and we're actively guiding the belly inward. We're enjoying the fullness of the breath. On the next inhale, we're going to lift the knees up, pull the belly in, and then release back down. Inhale, lift knees up, release. One last time. Inhale, lift. This time, uncross, recross opposite leg, and release the knees down while lifting the heart up. When we lift the heart, we lengthen the spine. We're going to relax the shoulders, guide the crown of the head up. The navel is pressing inward. On the next inhale breath, lift the knees up, pull the belly in, release. Inhale, lift, release. Once more, inhale, lift, uncross, soles of the feet meet. Release the knees down, place your hands behind your back, and just flutter the knees. Good. Guide the right knee towards the mat. Guide the left knee towards the mat. Let's just alternate right and left. Very good. From here, let the knees splay outward naturally. And we're going to do the little butterfly movements with the knees. We're inviting openness into the hips, engaging our hip flexors. Very good for the body. Next breath, let the legs be still. Guide the arms to shoulder level, palms face up. Squeeze the elbows. All right, so you see how that engages your tricep area when you squeeze the elbows. Be sure to lift the heart up and keep your fingers straight. The belly is pressing inward. The next breath guides the arms forward and then out. Inhale, forward, out, forward, out. Inhale, arms overhead, palms face up, palms face out. Palms face inward, palms face out. Take a breath. Exhale, release the arms to shoulder level, and then rotate the palms to face the wall behind you, actively squeezing those elbows. From here, we'll take a breath. On the exhale, guide the arms forward. Palms are facing down, palms meet. Inhale, bend your elbows, lift the knees up. Extend the right foot forward, fold over the right leg. As you're folding, flex your right foot, bring your chin towards your collarbone, and just let your body go limp. Releasing into the pose, softening the muscles, and observing the breath flow. Continue to breathe deeply, keeping the left kneecap pointing to the sky. On the next inhale breath, lift the heart up, guide the arms upward, bend your right knee. Arms are parallel. We're going to take a deep breath. On the release of breath, left leg flows forward, straightening. Fold over the straight leg, flexing your left foot, guiding chin towards the collarbone, forehead releasing towards the straight leg. Keep your shoulders relaxed and keep your breath full. On the next inhale breath, we're going to lift the heart up. Let's breathe. Lift the heart. Bend your left knee, fingertips flow to the sky. Next breath, both feet extend forward. Keep your heart lifted as you release over the straight legs. Both feet are flexing. Your hands will touch either your shins or maybe your toes. Do what feels best for the body. You can touch anywhere along your leg, your ankles, or the toes. Let your chin flow towards your collarbone. Keep the feet in the flexing position. And we're actively guiding the navel to flow towards the spinal cord. We want to engage our abdominal wall. Notice how your shoulder blades spread across the back. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale breath and begin to rise up. Let's breathe. Lift the heart, lift the body, arms flow upward. Keep lifting the heart to lengthen your spine. Let the arms release slowly downward. Palms will face down and fingertips flow towards the mat. Inhale, shoulders rise and then release. Inhale, shoulders rise, release. Shoulders rising and releasing. Walk your fingertips away from the body. And on the next inhale breath, turn your head slowly to the right. The low jaw is relaxed. And let your breath flow freely as you actively look towards the wall behind. On the next inhale breath, you're going to inhale and look center, nose pointing towards the front of the room. From here, we'll take a long cleansing breath. On the exhale, chin flows to the left shoulder, relax the low jaw. Allow the breath to flow freely. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale breath and look center. Let's breathe. Release the twist. Guide the arms to extend outward and rise up. Bend your knees. Fingertips meet. Cross the right leg in front of the left. Bend your knees. Release the knees downward as you bend your elbows. Together, we're going to flow to the heart center position with the lifted heart. Placing the thumbs in front of the center bone of the chest called the sternum. Notice all the length in your spine. And let's gaze downward for a moment of reflection. During this time, you can set an intention or even a dedication for your practice, or you can simply remain connected to your unique heart rhythm. Let's all take a long cleansing inhale through the nose. When we release the breath, we'll blink the eyes open a little wider. Release the palms. Let the arms rest at our side. We are now ready to begin our yoga practice for today. In today's yoga practice, we'll start with a cat-cow sequence. Let's flow there by lifting up the knees, uncrossing our legs, and turning the body towards the right. Knees release to the right, palms connect with the mat, and we're going to guide ourselves to an all-fours tabletop position. Spread your fingers nice and widely, and the nose points in the space between your thumbs. Toenails are pointing towards the mat. The next breath allows us to guide the belly to flow towards the mat. We're breathing, and as we inhale, we're lifting the head up and guiding the tailbone up. Look upward towards the sky. When you're ready to release your breath, do so. Lower the head, tuck your tailbone in. Your shoulder blades begin to spread across the back and your chin flows towards the collarbone. The next breath, lift the head up, tailbone rises. On the exhale, lower the head, tuck the tailbone in. Chin releases towards the collarbone. So let's just flow slowly from the cow posture to the cat posture. We're inviting flexibility into the spine, hips, and shoulders. We're activating the muscles in the back that support good posture. With each inhale, we're increasing oxygen levels, which helps strengthen the body. Let's do 2 more cycles, 2 more. Let's breathe deep. After we complete the second cycle, we'll meet up in the neutral flat back position. Take your time, don't rush. As you guide yourself to the flat back neutral spine position, tip of the nose pointing in the space between the thumbs. The next breath allows us to connect with hip circles. Let's circle the hips to the right and move our spine. We're circling the hips to increase range of motion, very good for the hip flexors. The movement in the spine is very good for the spinal cord. Be sure to guide your navel inward as you arch to activate your abdominal wall. The next breath will circle the hips opposite direction. So let's change directions, continue with slow breaths, and continue to focus on the heart rhythm. From here, we'll take a long cleansing inhale. On the exhale, stop the hip circle and guide yourself to the neutral spine position, flat back. From here, we'll bend the elbows, slide the fingertips forward. From your elbow to shoulder, create a diagonal line. Your chin will flow towards your collarbone and lift that tailbone up to invite more flexibility into the spinal cord and to strengthen the back. This is a great way also to strengthen the muscles in the arms. A lot of the weight is flowing towards the elbow, so we're strengthening the shoulders, the arms, and even engaging the ligaments in the hands and fingers. So good for the body. As we continue to breathe deeply, we observe our unique heart rhythm. On the next inhale breath, we're going to begin to slide our hands towards the knees and lift the elbows up. Returning to the flat back position with the fingers spreading widely. The next breath allows us to flex toe prints onto the mat. And from here, the inhale breath allows the knees to rise up. Let's breathe. Lift the knees up. Guide your tailbone to the sky and let the heels release towards the mat. Actively guide your chin towards your collarbone, and this allows us to connect in the down dog. Now, the down dog is a fluid posture. So what that means is we're actively pressing our heart towards our thighs, which invites micro movements into the spine. Additionally, we're allowing the heels to release downward. It's okay if your heels don't actively press into the mat. Sometimes you have to build up to that level of flexibility. During your yoga practice, whenever you're inverted like this posture, the down dog, keep your eyes open, focus and concentration. Also during yoga, make sure you do not strain or overexert. You should never feel pain. If you feel any discomfort, just ease up by walking your feet a little closer towards your hands or having a slight bend to the knees, right? That's a way to ease up and um, alter the posture so that you can accommodate what your body needs at this particular moment in time. So here we are in our down dog. We're going to focus on the left knee. As you inhale, bend your left knee towards your chest. Your left foot rises up. From here, the next breath allows us to shift the weight of the body forward, shoulders over the wrist, left knee above the left elbow. Actively press your belly in. Right leg is straight. The next breath, guide the foot back. Return your foot back to the mat. Spread your fingers. Actively press your chest towards your thighs, and tailbone is flowing to the sky. Returning to down dog. Now we're going to do the same thing on the right side. We're going to take a breath. We're going to shift the shoulders over the wrist and guide the right knee to flow above the right elbow. Actively press your belly in and breathe into the flow. Left leg is straight, and we enjoy the fullness of the breath. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale. On the exhale, guide the right foot back to down dog. Adjust hands as necessary so you can lift your tailbone up to the sky. Chin flows towards the collarbone. We're actively pressing our chest towards the thighs, engaging hamstrings, quadriceps. Very good for the body. Let me get in the frame a little more. Sometimes I'm just adjusting to make sure I'm in the frame of the camera. That's what I'm doing as well. So for those, even though during practice I'm giving very precise instructions so you don't have to look at your screen. You can just listen to instructions, keep your neck neutral, and follow along with the flow. From here, we're going to take a breath. We're going to bend the left knee towards the chest, and then the left foot rises up towards the sky, straightening the leg. Actively press your heart towards that right thigh, and you connect with the dog split. Every time we're inverted, we keep our eyes open. Let's explore the fullness of the breath as we tone up our legs, strengthen arms and shoulders. So good for the body. From here, we're going to take another full breath. On the exhale, let the left foot release downward, left leg lowers. We're going to place the sole of the foot on a mat. Now we'll do the right side. Inhale, bend the right knee towards the chest, right foot rises, and the breath allows the right foot to flow up towards the sky, straightening the leg. Adjust your hands as necessary so you can actively press your heart towards that left thigh. Right toes float to the sky, and we're breathing deeply. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale breath. On the release of breath, slowly release the right foot downward. Right leg will begin to lower. Right sole of the foot connects with the mat. From here, let's point the left toenails onto the mat. With the left toenails onto the mat, walk your hands just a little bit outward. So from wrist to shoulder, create a bit of a diagonal line. The next breath, shift your shoulders over your wrists and point the right toes onto the mat. Slowly lower your hip points. Let them hover above the mat as you press your chest past your bicep, lifting the head up, and this is our up dog. Hips hovering above the mat, chest pressing through the biceps, knees lifted off of the mat, and the nose is pointing up to the sky. We're stretching the arms, strengthening the arms, and strengthening the back. From here, we're going to take a deep breath. On the exhale, bend your knees, gently place them on the mat. Glutes flow to your heels. Slide your fingertips towards the top of the mat, pressing the belly inward. We're going to guide the forehead to gently release to the mat. Notice how your shoulder blades spread across your back. We're going to explore the fullness of the breath in this child's pose. Allowing the breath to become fuller and deeper. Observing our unique heart rhythm. On the next inhale breath, let's lift those glutes up. Slide your hands closer to your knees. Spread the fingers widely and connect with the all fours tabletop position. From here, we'll flex the toe prints onto our mat. And the breath allows the knees to rise up. Let's breathe, lift the knees up. Guide your tailbone to the sky. Release your heels to the mat. Eyes are open for focus and concentration. Let's focus on our right foot. We're going to take a breath and we're going to step the right foot in the space between the thumbs. We might not be able to reach there, but just aim for that, okay? Let's breathe, shift, and step. And then let your weight release to both heels equally. So your front heel is directly in front of the back toes. If not, adjust your feet accordingly. Both legs are straight. And we're going to allow the weight to sink into our heels. Chin flows to the collarbone, and we actively press the navel inward. This is called a pyramid pose. I'm going to get into the frame of the camera. This is called a pyramid pose because the legs are shaped like a pyramid. Let's explore the fullness of the breath as we tone up the legs. We're also receiving benefits to the nervous and circulatory system. From here, take an inhale breath. Exhale, bend both knees. And step the back leg forward. Both knees bending. Let your chest rest on your knees. From here, let's take a breath and step the right foot back to a plank. Step the left foot back to a plank. Guide your shoulders to a line over your wrists and spread the fingers widely to protect your wrists. So from the base of your skull to your tailbone, try to create a straight line. Actively guide your navel inward. Observe how the heart is beating. Observe how the breath is flowing. From here, we're going to focus on the right foot. We're going to take a breath, point the right toenails onto the mat. The next breath, we're going to do the left toenails and flow to the up dog again. Pressing the chest forward, lifting your head up. Hips hover above the mat. Kneecaps hover above the mat. Let's breathe deeply. Strengthening arms, strengthening legs. Let's take a full inhale breath. On the exhale, bring your knees to your mat and then bring your glutes towards your heels. Slide your fingertips towards the top of the mat. The belly flows inward and forehead gently rests on the mat. Now we're connected with the child's pose, stretching muscles in the back to strengthen them. Opening up the shoulders, increasing range of motion, very good for the shoulder rotator cuff. Observe the vibration of your breath. What a wonderful way to take best care of the body in a child's pose. On the next inhale breath, we're going to lift the glutes up. Slide your hands towards your knees. Connect with the all fours tabletop position. Fingers are spread widely. Elbows are straight. The next breath allows us to flex the toe prints onto the mat. With our toe prints on the mat, the inhale breath allows the knees to rise up. Let's breathe. Lift those knees up. Tailbone flows to the sky. Release your heels downward. Now we're going to focus on the left leg, left foot. Inhale, step the left foot as best as you can between the space between your thumbs. So we're going to breathe, shift, and step. Your front heel will be directly above your back toes. If not, adjust accordingly. And then let the weight of the body sink to both heels equally. The legs are straight and all 10 toes point in the same direction. Chin flows to the collarbone and the breath is full. This is a great way to tone up the legs and strengthen the muscles in the shoulders. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale breath. On the exhale, bend both knees, back heel lifts, and we're going to step the back foot forward, both knees bending. Bend nice and deeply, keeping your heels on the mat. The next breath allows the arms to flow forward, tailbone flows back. Palms face each other, squeeze the elbows straight, fingers are straight, and we connect in our chair pose. On the inhale breath, we're going to rise up. Let's breathe, lift the heart up, straighten the legs, turn to the left, and step the feet out, lower the arms to shoulder level. We have our palms facing down. Next breath, left toes point outward towards the left. Right toes come in slight diagonal. Palms facing down. Take a full inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee. Left knee flows over the left ankle. The head is turned so we can gaze past our left fingers. Be sure to keep your shoulders relaxed and observe the fullness of your breath. From here, we'll take a long cleansing inhale. On the exhale, release the right arm down. Right palm connects with right thigh. Left palm faces up. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Fingertips flow to the sky. Palm faces downward. If you're very advanced, you can bend your right elbow, place the right forearm behind your back. Everybody has the heart pointing towards the sky. Breathe deep. The breath flows freely as we invite flexibility into the spine, hips, and shoulders. Reverse warrior. On the inhale breath, begin to lift up your left hand, lift the heart up. Arms are going to flow to shoulder level, palms facing down, returning to warrior two. On the inhale breath, we will straighten the left knee, and the breath allows all 10 toes to point forward, face forward, a wide-legged stance. Now we'll focus on the right foot. Let's take a breath, right toes point outward away from the body, left toes come in slightly. Take a deep inhale, gaze past your front fingers. On the exhale, bend your right knee, keep your gaze past your front fingers, keep your shoulders relaxing. We're guiding the navel inward. Observe the vibration of your breath as we tap into inner strength in the warrior two posture. Let's take a deep inhale. On the exhale, left arm lowers, left palm connects with left thigh, and we're going to guide the right palm to face upward. Inhale, lift the right arm up, and keep your gaze at that right palm. Fingertips sweep across the sky, palm faces downward, nose is pointing to the sky. If you want to explore the posture a little deeper, on the inhale breath, guide the left arm behind you and bend your left elbow. We all have our heart pointing upward towards the sky. Inviting flexibility into the spine, inviting fullness into the breath. Observe your unique heart rhythm and keep breathing deeply. On the next inhale, begin to lift up your right hand. Fingertips sweep across the sky, lower the arm, and let's straighten the right knee. Release your left hand down, and the breath allows all 10 toes to point forward. Now we'll begin to heel toe our feet inward, guiding the heels inward, toes inward. Heel toe, heel toe. Keep going until your thighs meet. Excellent flow. So we're about 30 minutes into the practice. Great time for water break. I'm gonna grab my water and check the comments. If there's any postures you like to flow through in particular. Okay, Lightning JR, hello. Alrighty, so if there's any postures you'd like to flow through in particular today, you can drop that in the chat and I'll make sure that we get to those postures. Alrighty, I'm feeling a little more hydrated. So, for those of you who just joined, welcome. We just completed 30 minutes of the 60-minute live yoga class. My name is Candace. I'm a certified yoga teacher, and the yoga platform is called Gentle Yoga for Everyone. Gentle Yoga for Everyone. In addition to having the online yoga practice, I also have a practice that I've set up at area hospitals in the Atlanta area, mental health hospitals. Alrighty, yoga is a part of the treatment plan to help people get better. All right, so now that we've had our water break, let's stand back up. We're going to keep the mat in the horizontal alignment, and we'll be standing in the center of our mat. From this position, make sure your thighs are close together and touching. Let the weight of the body release into your heels. Trying to flatten that out a little bit. Okay. So the weight sinks into the heels, the thighs are touching, shoulders are relaxed. Crown of the head is flowing towards the sky. The low jaw is relaxed. The tongue is resting in the low jaw. Observe the fluid nature of the breath. On the inhale, make sure you breathe very slowly, sending all the air to the bottom of the lungs. On the exhale breath, be mindful to guide your navel inward to engage your abdominal wall. The next breath allows the arms to extend outward and the arms float upward slowly. Squeeze the elbows straight, keep your fingers straight, and allow your fingertips to float to the sky. From here, we'll rotate the arms in and guide them closer. Fingertips touch, palms meet. Clasp your hands and allow your pointer fingers to be straight. On the inhale breath, lift your head up. Let your breath flow freely. On the next inhale breath, reach upward so that your shoulders float up towards your ears. When you're ready to exhale, slowly fold the upper body to the right, pressing hands away from the body and guiding the navel inward, connecting with a nice side stretch. From here, we'll take an inhale breath and we're going to lift the heart up and rise up. Let's breathe. Rise back up to the neutral spine position. Allow the shoulders to be relaxed. Let's take another breath. When we release the breath, let the heart Do what it does, and let your breath increase in fullness so you're breathing so deeply you can feel it behind your heart. On the next inhale, we're going to lift our hands up, shoulders rise up towards the ears. On the release of breath, fold the upper body towards the left slowly, guide your navel in. The weight of the body is still sinking into our heels. We're strengthening the spine, strengthening the arms. A wonderful way to take best care of the body. On the next inhale breath, we're going to rise up. Let's breathe, lift the heart up, flow back to neutral spine, and then release the fingers to straighten. From here, we'll take a deep breath. On the exhale, release your palms, squeeze those elbows, and slowly let the arms flow to shoulder level. Guide the arms forward to a parallel position, and then let the fingertips meet, palms touch. Take a cleansing breath. When you exhale, bend your elbows and guide your thumbs towards your collar, towards the sternum. So we want the thumbs to flow to heart center. Relax your elbows and relax the shoulders. On the next inhale breath, we're going to lift our heels up. Let's breathe. Lift your heels up and rise up onto your tippy toes, keeping your legs straight. Gaze actively at a focal point. From here, we'll take another long cleansing breath. When we exhale, let's begin to bend the knees. Keep your heels lifted. Press palms together. Remain connected with your focal point. And slowly lower your glutes towards your heels. If you need to release your fingertips downward for balance, do so. If you feel very balanced, keep your palms pressing together. From here, we'll take an inhale breath, press palms together, let the hands rise upward, elbows flow to straighten. The next breath allows the palms to release, slowly lower the arms down. Squeeze your elbows, keep your fingers straight, arms release to shoulder level. Once at shoulder level, take a breath. On the exhale, guide the arms forward. Arms flow to a parallel position at shoulder level, and then we guide the arms closer. Fingertips touch, palms meet. Elbows are straight. On the next inhale breath, bend your elbows and lift the heart up, letting hands flow to heart center with a lifted heart. Take a deep breath. Exhale, release the palms. Fingertips connect with the mat, and then focus on the left toes pointing outward, away from the body. Next breath, right toes point outward, away from the body. Left arm inward, right arm inward. Place your arms in front of your legs and just guide your weight to the right foot and slide that left foot outward. Guide your foot to the left foot, slide the foot outward. From left heel to right heel, find that sweet spot so that you can let the weight flow into the pelvis and use the arms to gently press the legs back, palms connecting. Thumbs flowing to heart center. Breathe into the flow. Very good way to increase range of motion. As we get older, it's important to keep range of motion in the hips. A lot of people with aging need hip replacements. So we want to have healthy hip mobility. And this posture helps assist us with healthy hip mobility. The next breath, we're going to release the palms. Let them connect with the mat. Left hand in front of the left ankle, about 10 inches or foot. Right hand in front of right ankle, about the same distance. Fingers spread widely. The next breath allows the weight to flow forward. Lift your heels up. So we're on the ball and toes of the feet. The tip of the nose points down. We're in a variation of a crane or crow pose. And we're letting the belly flow inward as we open the hips and strengthen the arms and shoulders. From here, we'll take a deep inhale. On the exhale, bring the heels back to the mat. Lift your hands up, palms meet. Take another breath. Exhale, release your hands. Left arm rises, palm behind the back, right arm rises, and we can guide the feet outward. Connecting with the seated straddle posture, flexing the feet. The feet are flexing, the kneecaps squeeze, and we lift the heart, relax the shoulders. Let your facial muscles soften and be mindful to invite length into your spine on your inhale. Crown of the head flows upward. The feet are actively flexing. We invite fluid, long breaths inward. On the exhale breath, we release fluid, long breaths, guiding the navel to press in, releasing all the air. On the next inhale breath, let the arms extend outward and rise up. Now we'll rotate the arms so the palms face each other. From here, we'll take a deep breath. On the exhale, let the body release towards the right slowly. Turn your head upward. The feet are still flexing. Actively guide your belly in and encourage your shoulders to be stacked. Breathe into the flow. Let your body soften and relax. Observe how your heart is beating. Observe how the breath is flowing. We're going to increase the fullness of the breath. And this posture allows us to tone our legs, open the hips, and strengthen the back muscles. So good for the body. On the next inhale breath, we're going to begin to lift the heart up and rise up. So when you're ready, inhale, lift the heart, keep your feet flexing, and return to neutral spine. Palms facing each other, fingers straight, feet are still flexing. Observe the rhythm of the heart, observe the flow of the breath. Let's take a long cleansing inhale, lifting the heart up. When we release the breath, let the body release now towards the left. Go slow. The slower the better. In yoga, it's very good to move slowly. We're guiding the belly inward, and we're encouraging our shoulders to remain stacked. Keeping the arms straight, keeping the breath full. Each time we exhale, we're going to guide the navel to press inward. We're going to increase the fullness of the breath. This is a wonderful way to tone up our legs. This is a wonderful way to activate the T-band region. So good for the body. As we continue to observe our unique heart rhythm, on the next inhale breath, that's when we'll begin to rise upward. So on your next inhale breath, let's begin to lift the heart up and the body will rise up. Return to neutral spine, heart pointing to the front of the room, squeezing the elbows straight, fingers straight, feet are flexing. From here, we'll take another breath. On the exhale, rotate upper body to the right and fold over the right leg slowly. Reach your hands past your toes. That's what you're reaching for. The feet are flexing. Let the belly press inward. Let your chin flow towards your collarbone. And the forehead flows towards the straight leg. Your head might be hovering above the leg because everybody has different levels of flexibility. So if your head is hovering above the leg, that's perfectly fine. Remember, don't strain. Just let your body release with gravity. The more you do this, the more flexible your body will become. From here, let's take a breath and guide the arms to extend outward and float behind us. Fingertips touch, interlace your fingers, and clasp your hands behind your back. Our feet are flexing and we have our hands clasping behind our back. On the inhale breath, slowly lift your hands up, keeping your hands firmly clasping. Notice how your shoulder blades begin to meet. Go slow. And just gently, gently guide your hands to float upward. Everybody has a different range of motion. So your hands might be pointing up towards the sky. Your hands might just be lifting maybe 3 inches upward, which is great. Because this is how we are gentle and kind with the body. Strengthening the arms and strengthening our back. Keep breathing deeply. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale breath. On the exhale breath, slowly lower your hands downward. Once you're lowering the hands, release the fingers and guide the arms towards the right flexing foot. Straightening the arms, releasing over the left leg. On the inhale breath, we're going to rise up, lifting the heart up. Arms are parallel, fingertips float to the sky. Untwist, let's breathe. Connect with the long neutral spine position. Feet are flexing, arms are parallel. From here, we're going to take another breath. On the exhale, rotate upper body towards the left leg. Heart pointing towards the flexing left foot. Let's take another long cleansing inhale. On the exhale, lift your heart and release over your left leg, guiding your heart towards the flexing left foot. The slower you move, the better. Don't rush. Your chin flows towards your collarbone. Allow your shoulder blades to spread across the back and encourage your forehead to gently release towards the straight leg. Maintain flexing feet and notice your abdominal wall. We want the belly area pressing inward, so actively press your navel inward towards your spinal cord. Keep your breath full. From here, we're going to take a long cleansing breath. Guide the hands outward. Hands are flowing towards the glutes and allow your fingertips to touch. Interlace the fingers, clasping your hands behind your back. Once you have your hands clasping behind your back, on the inhale breath, slowly lift your hands up, keeping your elbows straight. Go slowly, and remember, be gentle with the body. Do not strain or overexert. Keep the belly pressing inward, and we're going to enjoy the fullness of the breath as we strengthen the shoulder rotator cuff, tone up the deltoid muscles. They cover the shoulders, so good for the body. From here, we'll take another deep inhale. On the exhale breath, slowly lower your hands downward. Arms are lowering. Release your fingers. The breath guides the arms forward. Hands flow in the same direction as you're flexing left foot. Actively press your navel inward. Your forehead flows in the same direction as your leg, and your chin flows towards your collarbone. Keep breathing deeply. A great way to strengthen the muscles of the back that support good posture. On the inhale breath, we're going to begin to lift the heart up. Let's breathe. The heart rises, the body rises, arms flow upward. Untwist. Let the heart point to the front of the room. Excellent flow. From here, we're going to take another breath. On the release of breath, release the arms forward. Fingertips connect with the mat. Palms connect with the mat. Relax your shoulders. Let's stack our hands in front of our pelvis. Keep the feet flexing and keep the heart lifted. From here, we'll take a long cleansing breath. On the exhale, begin to walk your hands outward slowly. The slower the better, don't rush. Keep breathing deep. As we continue to invite fullness in the breath, we begin to release forward, guiding the chest to flow towards the space between the knees, allowing our chin to flow towards our collarbone. Keep breathing deep. Now, there'll come a point when your body says, I can't go any further. So when that happens, stay right there, okay? Stay right there and just take a full breath. Release the breath. Allow the breath to become more fluid. Take a long cleansing inhale. On the exhale, let your body soften and relax. So we're just focusing on softening and relaxing the body, allowing the body to melt into the pose. Our feet are still flexing, and we're breathing deep. This is a great way to strengthen and lengthen the spine. This is a great way to open the hips and tone up the legs. This is a wonderful way for us to take best care of the body and to be gentle to the body. From here, let's take a long cleansing inhale. On the exhale, we're going to begin to walk our hands closer to our pelvis, and we're going to begin to rise up, lifting up one vertebrae at a time, lifting the heart up, relaxing the shoulders. We lift the heart to lengthen the spine. The feet are still flexing. With the feet flexing, let's take an inhale breath and squeeze our kneecaps. When we squeeze the kneecaps, notice the engagement in the legs and encourage your heels to rise up. With the heels lifted, let the arms rise up to shoulder level. We're pressing our belly inward. The next breath allows the legs to flow forward and the thighs meet. From here, take another breath. On the release of breath, release the arms downward and lift your heart up. So the feet are flexing, the heart is lifted. On the inhale breath, bend your knees. Guide the soles of the feet to the mat or floor. The next breath allows us to turn our bodies to the right. We're going to guide ourselves to the top of the mat, and we're going to prepare to lie back. So here we are at the top of our mat. Allow the arms to flow to a diagonal position, and let's lift the knees up and let your heels rise off of your mat. When you guide your knees to your chest, this is a great way to engage your abdominal wall. So good for the body and a great way to activate pelvic floor. Let's take a deep inhale breath. On the exhale, slowly, slowly let the body release back one vertebrae at a time. Shoulder blades connect with the mat. Base of the skull connects with the mat. Shoulders connect with the mat. Let's take a long cleansing inhale. On the exhale, slowly guide the soles of the feet to the mat. Let the arms release downward. Rest your arms at your side and relax your shoulders. From here, we're going to take another breath. On the exhale, let the feet straighten. Well, the feet flow outward, so the legs straighten, okay? So feet flow outward and the legs straighten. Keep your arms relaxing at your side. Make sure your neck is comfortable. Make sure your spine is long and straight. Make any adjustments so that the body is very comfortable on the mat, the tip of the nose pointing to the sky. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale breath. When we release the breath, lower the eyelids, close your eyes, and we are now prepared for our final yoga posture, our Shavasana. During this time, keep your focus on how the breath is flowing and how the heart is beating. Let your breath become slower. Let your breath become fuller and deeper. Be mindful to guide as much air very slowly into your lungs, filling the lungs completely. When you're ready to release your breath, do so. Allowing the breath to become a calming wave to flow over the body. Keep your focus on breath flow and heart rhythm. Allow yourself to connect with peacefulness within yourself. Connect with tranquility within the body and the harmony between the breath and the heart. As we continue to connect with this peaceful moment in time with our breath and our heart, we're going to guide awareness to the feet and slowly move the feet from left to right. As we move the feet, wiggle your toes. Let the feet flow in both directions, moving in both directions. Now we're going to move the hands. Let's breathe. Move your hands, activate your wrists. Let your fingers bend and straighten. Moving hands, moving wrists, breathing deeply. Take a long cleansing breath. On the exhale, blink your eyes open. Let your hands and feet be still. The next breath allows the knees to flow to bending. Bring your heels towards your glutes. Soles of the feet meet your mat. With the knees bending, we're going to take another breath. On the exhale, turn your body onto the left side. Knees lower to the left. Left arm becomes a pillow for your head. We'll guide ourselves to a fetal position on the left side. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale and begin to lift the head up. Palms connect with the mat and slowly, gently press the body upright. We're going to sit in any comfortable seated position on a mat. We're going to lift the heart up, relax the shoulders, relax the arms. We'll gaze downward for a moment of reflection to observe how we're feeling right now. On the next inhale breath, let the arms extend outward and rise up. Let's breathe. Rotate arms in, fingertips meet, palms touch. The breath flows freely. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, bend your elbows and slowly lower the hands to heart center. Together we flow to heart center so we can take another cleansing breath. On the exhale, lift your heart and let the body release forward. Let's remember the importance of giving ourselves grace and being gentle and kind to our bodies. The light and love in me honor the light and love in you. Namaste. On the inhale breath, we're going to rise up. Let's breathe, lift the heart up. Thank you. Peace to you all. Peace. All right, so now is a great time. You can drop any comments or questions in the chat. I'm going to check the chat, see if anybody has questions, comments, or suggestions. All righty. Good morning. Goodness, what does this say? Who is this person? Heal thyself. Okay. All righty. Ooh, I dropped it. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. And for those of you watching in the replay, welcome to Gentle Yoga for Everyone. So I encourage you to replay the video and explore other. If this was helpful, please hit the like button and share with others. If you haven't subscribed, please join the other 1,000 subscribers that I currently have. So become a subscriber, join the community. Everybody have a wonderful day. Until next time.